Can you keep a secret? I'm making a Christmas present for my sister. So, shh, don't tell her what it is. My sister's going to have a daycare center in her home. Let me show you what I'm making. This is one of the things that I've made her. I'm going to make her a total of 6. And it is a pocket folio. And she can put whatever papers back behind here and make whatever notes she wants to on the front. Now these are just plain empty pocket folios. My sister likes flowers and ribbons and pretty things, and I'm not yet comfortable with ribbon. I have given myself several challenges on this project to use the same stamp set throughout the project, to find a good use for ribbon, and to keep the themes pretty much the same throughout. The papers I'm using are from Stampin' Up's clearance rack. This stamp set is Eastern Blooms. Now I'm going to use this piece of paper from the afternoon tea. It's blue. You'll see more of it in a minute. And I'm going to use some Sage Shadow 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Excuse me. And these ribbons are also in the clearance rack, but I'm going to use this green down here. Okay, now this folio is letter size, so I am making my front piece 8.5 by 11. This is a scrap from a 12 by 12. Okay, so I'm cutting that off at 11. Okay, I'm going to make this 5.25 inches. All right, I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Well, maybe 3 3/4. I want to have a little bit of an overhang underneath here so I can glue these together. Okay, I'm going to make a little tiny mark down here at the bottom. I'm going to use snail adhesive, and I'm going to run it all along this piece of paper. 8.5. And then get this lined up at the edge. This is just off a little bit. Well, okay. Alright, it's going to live there. Alright, this is going to be hidden by the ribbon, so I'm not going to get too crazy about it. Alright, I like that. So I'm going to add a little bit of length, because I'm going to tuck this around to the back. Now I'm going to use some more snail adhesive over what I've already put down here instead of glue, because I don't want the glue coming up through the fibers in the ribbon. There. Okay, so everything is pretty well lined up. Okay, now I'm going to press that down. That's just a little bit wonky. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use just regular tape that you would use to gift wrap. Okay. Now, see, isn't that pretty? Looks pretty good. Alright, now, I'm so excited to show you this part. This is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, I'm going to use this stamp and Versamark. Okay, so I think I'll start with the middle one first. That looks about center. Yes, I know, I didn't use my ruler. Okay. Okay, now you can leave it just like that. You will need to use the heat tool to set this Versamark, because this stuff stays wet for a long time, and it also feels a little oily. Run the heat tool over it until it dries if you want to do that. But let me show you something really, really cool. Okay, I'm going to use the clear heat embossing powder. The first one, and now over the second one. And then over the third one. Okay, now that I have the clear embossing powder on these, now I'm going to use the heat tool. And I want you to see how this is really something. Isn't that pretty? And that's clear embossing powder in Versamark. Okay, now I'm going to use the ticket corner punch from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to make a real cute edge. Now I have to show you how to glue this. I know you know how to glue, but I still want to show you what I do. Okay, now any kind of a white glue that dries clear, so make a kind of a good goop. And you'll get real heavy-handed at first, or you won't have enough and you'll have to apply more. So this is, I can't tell you a specific amount of glue to use because this is going to be your learning process. This is called an acid brush. I think you can probably get them at auto parts store, or they might even sell them at hobby stores or a lumber store, hardware store. Okay, now you're going to use the brush. You can use a foam brush. This stuff just cleans up with water. So if you don't smooth these out, when you put this paper down, if you just leave those swirly things on there and then put it down, then everybody's going to see the swirls, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. Okay, and I'm just going to guess where I want to put it. Alright, now with a bone folder, or a brayer, if you have a brayer, and you just work this in and mush this down and get it sealed good, adhered good to the other side. Now I'm going to mount this to the outside. Now, more glue. But since this is so big and I can't hold it very good, I'm just going to go along the outside edge. Now, with the brush again, work this stuff to the edge. You will get glue on your fingers, so just try not to get it onto the other side. Now I'm going to kind of get this centered. Whoops. Smooth out from the center out before you go up and down. Now with the bone folder, make sure that you mash it real good so that it has good adhesion, and clean up any extra glue that leaks out. When you run your bone folder over these things, it's gonna be kind of like non-skid. So that is how you decorate up a letter size 2-pocket folio. And thank you for watching. And now you can make your message in 2 folds.